The brain is wider than the sky, for, put them side by side, the one the other will contain with ease, and you beside. Human mind is one of the most complex structures human beings are trying to understand. Also, it can be considered the main feature that makes us stand out from the other animals. We are able to love, to hate, to study the wonders of the universe, and to be moved by watching a sunset or a midnight sky. But, like a well-manufactured watch, to perform at its best, everything must work harmoniously and smoothly. Sometimes, it may happen that some gears of the mind jam. Sometimes, because of trauma, illnesses, or just evil thoughts, this perfect mechanism leading our lives may take people along a dark path. All along history, several criminals kidnapped, hurted, and murdered people due to their mental disorder. And while people from Puritan society apparently overlooked this reprehensible subject, a young writer from Boston called Edgar Allan Poe realized that the audience was actually interested into reading about these morbid tales. Since then, several writers and directors tried to show what kind of evil a disturbed mind can cause, spacing from classic thrillers to gruesome horror. The most successful movie that deals with criminal minds is probably Jonathan Demme's The Silence of the Lambs.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Clarice Starling, a young student of the FBI Academy specialized in psychology and criminology, is called by the director of the Bureau's Behavioral Science Unit to help them in a manhunt. A mysterious serial killer called Buffalo Bill is kidnapping and murdering young women across the United States without leaving a single clue. So, the only way to catch the killer is criminal profiling. That means trying to understand who he is by his actions and behavior. To do so, Clarice is sent to ask help from Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a distinguished psychiatrist and a psychopathic assassin that killed and ate several people. With the help of Dr. Lecter, Clarice starts a journey into the mind of Buffalo Bill, trying to understand him. Who is he? Why does he act in this way? Why does he leave a butterfly cocoon in the mouth of his victims? And what are the reasons behind all this evil?
If I help you, Clarice, it will be turns with us too. Quid pro quo. I tell you things, you tell me things. Not about this case, though. About yourself. Quid pro quo. Yes or no?
In the movie, we are shown two different kinds of evil. Hannibal Lecter is a cold, calculator, and extremely clever man. He is a deceiver that likes to play with the inexperienced Clarice, always trying to probe her mind to find her weaknesses and use them against her. On the other side, Buffalo Bill is a disturbed and confused sick man that hates himself and commits his crimes for the purpose of reaching self-acceptance. He is insensitive to the pain he causes to the people. They are only objects needed to fulfill his desires. Between them we have Clarice, a young woman that is trying to find her place in the world, with a difficult personal story made of suffering and loneliness. To work with Lecter and stop Bill, she will have to face her fears and her sense of guilt by making peace with her past.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
lambs. They were screaming.
They were slaughtering the spring lambs,
They were screaming.
and you ran away?
No. First I tried to free them. I opened the gate to their pen, but they wouldn't run. They just stood there, confused. They wouldn't run.
But you could, and you did, didn't you?
Yes. I took one lamb and I ran away as fast as I could.
Where were you going, Clarice?
I don't know. I didn't have any food, any water, and it was very cold. Very cold. I thought if I could save just one, but he was so heavy. So heavy.
The Silence of the Lambs has been a worldwide success and could boast the goal to have obtained all the 5 main Academy Awards, a record shared only with other 2 movies. It has been the forerunner of an entire genre of thriller and crime movies, focused on the psychological features of the criminals and detectives, and on the use of forensic science in detective stories. The dark allure of serial killers and their disturbed minds continues to this day, with contemporary TV series and documentaries about the most infamous murderers of the last century. Many years have passed since the suffering mind of Edgar Allan Poe produced the first tales of people with a disturbed personality, but they still have a great appeal to us, maybe because of the charm of looking into the abyss, or maybe because we know that deep inside we could be just like them. And you, have you ever watched The Silence of the Lambs? Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you have any suggestions for other movies to share? If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the releases of our next videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Ciao a tutti.